Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a hump day edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, and Parrish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedic, go to Brock. If you need a roof, call Parrish. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. On Fire Athletes platform powered by GameCoin. All right, everybody, good morning. Glad that you are hanging out with us here. Hope your day's off to a magnificent start. How about the Tigers? A little run rule win for LSU. Ethan Fry, the walk-off grand slam in the bottom of the seventh. LSU run rules. Southeastern Louisiana, 15-2 at the box. A pretty good day for William Schmidt, who retired the first six in order, struck out five in a row. He got a pop out, then he went five straight strikeouts. Gave up a leadoff homer in the third. Not mad about it. It was a first pitch. It was a get-me-over strike. Clearly, that's what Yeski called. It was the scouting report, just trying to go up 0-1 in the count, and kid put a good swing on it and knocked it in the first row of right field bleachers. But Schmidt responded, got the next two guys, and then got a lazy fly to center, and Stanfield kind of misplayed it. It didn't go down as an error. It went down as a single, but it landed in front of Stanfield. He'll tell you. We're spinning. There we go. So Schmidt was good, all things considered. Primo, Newt, where LSU pitching struck out 14 Southeastern hitters. So really good day for LSU on the bump. And then obviously you finish the game how you started it. Derek Curiel leadoff homer. Ethan Fry walks it off with a grand slam. Jared Jones hit a homer in the first. So Curiel Jones back-to-back homers to start the game. So really, really nice start for LSU. They got a 4-0 in the first. What a really different approach than a week ago when they got run ruled by Northwestern State after the rain delay. So 15-2, nice outing by LSU. And now you hit the road for Texas A&M this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Big series for the Tigers. How about if we got this on Locked On today, but AJ Halsey is a safety from Houston, University of Houston, and he's in the transfer portal. He's number 2 portal safety in this class. Started 33 games during his 3 years at Houston. Was just a 3-star. Low prospect, but obviously is just elevated during his 3 years there in Houston. So he's in the portal now, and it looks like it's LSU or Miami. Ole Miss is in the mix as well, but it sounds like it's down to LSU and Miami for AJ Halsey. So when we get word on that, we'll certainly let you know. Okay, please smash the like button if you would. Subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post. Let's say some good mornings here. Hey, Caleb, good morning. Jay was asked about Sheeran post-game, not on the injury report. Said if the opportunity presents itself, we'll put him in, depending on the sharpness of pitches. Saw that. So he said he threw a simulated game. If you're not familiar, Devin Sheeran is the big righty from Mount St. Mary's, who was one of the top players overall in the transfer portal. Tore his ACL preseason, and so was not pitched this year. The idea was he was going to redshirt and come back next year. But we saw him throwing a flat ground last week in the midweek. And Jay said yesterday after the postgame, after the game in the postgame, that Sheeran could be available. So he threw a simulated game. We'll see, man. That'd be awesome. Be another weapon. Got it. Thomas, good morning. Gorilla. What's going on with this? Game starts at 2. Pearl Jam starts at 5. So that game should be ending about the time Pearl Jam starts. So I don't think you're going to get a post game from Jazz Fest. Be a little loud there. A little loud. Hey, Kelly Gross, good morning. Brian Wynn, good morning. Jason H, good morning. Kicks of the day. I don't have them on yet, but I'm going to wear some Air Force Ones, like lime green Air Force Ones that'll match the shirt. Hey, Jacob, good morning. Brad, Spurge, Bubba, good morning, y'all. Hey, John, good morning. Brian, good morning from Medina, Tennessee. Did you see LSU Shreveport record 47-0 in the regular season? That's crazy. That is crazy. I mean, everybody loses in baseball. The fact that they didn't is crazy. Someone mentioned that yesterday, Brian, here, and congrats to them. That's awesome. Hey, Brant, let's see. Wonder how A&M is going to respond to being swept. It would be something if LSU had 2 out of 3. It was the I agree with you on A&M. I think, they go one of two ways. They're at 8 league wins with 9 to play. They effectively lost any chance of being a host with their loss, with their being swept at Texas last week. Now they got to try to get in the field. So they go one of two ways. Either they have this air of desperation and they come out swinging, or they're really deflated and LSU goes in there and takes care of business. So, they're a talented team, as you've seen. And all 3 of those games against Texas were one-run games. But I'll remind you, Texas was without Jarrett Spencer. They didn't have their ace. They lost him for the season. So Texas still won that series despite not having their ace. Chef, good morning. Hey, Bob, good morning. Thomas Jeanson, get ready, haters. It's coming. Hey, Al, good morning. Sean, enjoy Jazz Fest. Helmer's good on air. Wish him success. Yeah, I had Will Helmers on air yesterday with us, came in studio for a couple of segments. He is really good. Great personality. And we sang some Pearl Jam. He recited the "They Can Take Our Lives, but They Can Never Take Our Freedom" scene from Braveheart. And we talked some baseball. Let's see, Brand, Texas got to hit a slump at some point, right? One of the Tennessee best teams got punched in the mouth in the Supers to ND a few years ago. Yeah, Texas is so interesting, man, because that's not a great Texas team. They just keep winning, which you give them a ton of credit for that. And they got a good coach in Schlossnagle. So, most everybody stubs their toes somewhere along the way. Texas hasn't. They haven't lost a series yet. Hey, Dale, good morning. It was a Tuesday night cha-ching explosion. It was, in fact, 15 cha-chings. Hey, Brad, who do you think was the better dynasty, Pete Carroll, USC, or Urban Meyer at Florida? Well, technically, Urban Meyer won 2 national championships and Pete Carroll just won 1. LSU won the title in 03. SC won it in 04. Actually, they didn't win any because then in 05, they lost to Texas and they had to vacate their 04 title. So Urban won 2 and Pete won none. And I'd also say doing it in the SEC is far more impressive than in the lowly Pac-12, or Pac-10 at the time, where they would call USC and their 9 little brothers. Hey, Rex, has there been a better freshman start of the season than Curiel? Yeah, Todd Walker. Todd Walker set the LSU record at the time, hitting 400 as a freshman. So, yes. Hey, Lowell, good morning. Mark, I got Southern Miss at LSU Regional in June. Okay. All right, Dale, hit him straight. Omar the Tiger. Yep, there's a Todd Walker reference. Yep. Which, watching what Curiel is doing right now and understanding that Todd Walker hit 30 points higher, pretty impressive, right? Tiger Poppy Gumorgan. Eric, good morning. Coming off 85 pitches Sunday, do you think Evans is available on Friday? Yes, absolutely. They may not need him. You could absolutely go to Cowan, but available Friday on 4 days rest? Absolutely. Rex, good morning. All right, Mark, I'll see you there, man. I'll be the one. I'll be the one singing all the songs and dancing and jamming. Brant, we all hope by postseason some of the struggling relievers can man up like Helmer, Zach, and Allison Floyd did in the past. Robert, did I miss the jingle? No, haven't missed it yet. Not yet. Usually it's going to be around 7:30. I play it when I get up to go, like get Drew stirring. I turn off a sound machine and turn on the lamp in the room and kind of get him stirring a little bit. That's when I play it. Hey, Seth, good morning. Do you think Shuck starts week 1, assuming Carr is full-time preaching? Yeah. I think the exception would be if the Saints go sign a veteran free agent like Teddy Bridgewater, which I hope they do. I think they should shut down Carr, sign Teddy Bridgewater, and then have Teddy be as your veteran, and then you'd have the young guys. My guess is you cut Hainer, and you keep, or if you put him on the practice squad, unless someone signs him away. And then you've got Shuck and Rattler battling for the backup spot and potentially, the starting job. Hey, Tim, good morning. Mark, will they have a certain flag on a PVC pipe high in the air? The crowd, so your fans can find you at Jazz Fest. Not a bad idea with the Parish Construction and Roofing flag, but probably not, Mark. Hey, Roger Dodger. Morning, let's get this bag. Enjoy the day. Let's go. Love the energy, man. Love the energy. Mark, what's your take on Derek Carr's situation? His wife was pregnant, didn't know it ended in a miscarriage. Another reason he's been disconnected. I don't have a take on that, Mark, at all. That's none of my business or anybody's business. I've always been very clear about that when it comes to family stuff. Sincere condolences to the Carr family. That's all. I mean, it's awful. That's my only take. That's an awful thing. That's my only take on that. There's like, sports is sports and real life is real life. So I feel like I do a good job of separating the two. I may not like Derek Carr as a quarterback, but I've always said I think Derek Carr is a good man, husband, father, person, all that sort of stuff. And that's way more important in life than being a good quarterback. So just sincere condolences and prayers to his family. That's the only thing that matters there. Hey, Rocky, good morning. Patrick, how about the Tigers with a win? How about the Detroit Knicks series so dramatic? Yeah, Tom Thibodeau kind of took a gamble at the end of that game yesterday, didn't he? Not having Brunson and Hart on the floor. Patrick, Guy Mulligan. Juan, on my way to Key West for a fishing trip. All right, Juan. Good luck, man. Hope they biting. Hey, Abner, good morning. Mark, what's up with Belichick's girlfriend? I don't know. Will Tyler Shuck be QB1 by the end of the season? I think that is the better question, Mark. Not week 1. I think the end of the season is probably the better question. And I think there's a really good chance that'll happen because they're going to have to find out what they have there to know going into next season of the draft or whatever, if they're in the market for a quarterback or not. So I do think by the end of the season, he will be, or at some point during the season. Now, maybe he's the starting quarterback during the season, then he stinks, and then they replace him. But I do think he will start the season. I do. Okay, I'll hang on one second. Here you go, Thomas. Here you go, Dale. Crank it up.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your home
All right. Need North Peters, go to Brock, need a roof. Call Parrish. Remember, 1 week from Saturday, Brock, game day prep event, 1 week from Saturday. Free physicals, grades 6 through 12 for athletes, grades 6 through 12. Make sure you sign up, brortho.com. Sorry, I'm trying to find my spot on the chat. Hey, Dane, good morning. Ben, good morning. Tiger Diver, how does LSU stack up against the Aggies? Really well. A&M, A&M is a very talented team. Remember, a year ago when Schloss left, it looked like a lot of those guys were going to leave. Well, they promoted Michael Early, very popular assistant to head coach, and then they spent a ton of money to keep all those guys there. So Jay Slavulet, Caden Kent, Gavin Grahovac, their third baseman, was a freshman All-America last year, but he's been lost for the season. Caden Sorrell was injured. He's back now. So they're a talented team. Kyle Prager is still their front of the rotation guy. He's very good. They're a talented team, man. They just haven't really been able to put it together consistently. They really got beaten up early. It looked like they had a pulse after they won the series at Tennessee, and they were starting to streak a little bit. And then they just got swept to Texas. So you wonder, like, is there enough gas left in the tank there for them to make a move? So we'll see. Thomas, when are you and Dale putting together Jinglegate first annual pro? Matt, my buddy, moved to Omaha. I'm planning a visit and the idea how to structure scheduling to see my Tigers. Yeah, that's tough, man, because it really depends like how long you want to go and if you want to see them. Like, if they make it, they'll be playing the opening weekend, right? Either Saturday or Sunday. So, I mean, that's what I would plan to do. And then based on what happens and as a result of that game depends on, when you'd see them play next. So you don't know until all the tickets are punched to Omaha until you know the schedule. But you could always go the opening weekend and you'd see them Saturday or Sunday on the opening weekend. Make defense great again. Do you think Mississippi State will be able to pull a coach midseason from one of the top teams, or will they wait until after the season? Oh, I think they'll wait till after the season. But I think it's why you make the move now. Gives you a running head start. I'll tell you, I do expect, the word on Starkville is they feel like they're going to be able to get a top tier name. And they might be. State has great resources in baseball. They got a beautiful stadium. They got buy-in, great fan base, all that stuff. There's a lot of reasons why someone would want that state job. It's a really good job. I have heard, one of the first calls I got after Lemonis got fired was expect Josh Jordan and Nate Yeske to be on the list. So LSU's 2 assistants. We'll see. What are the chances LSU wins natties in baseball, women's basketball, and football this season? Not good, Brant. The odds of that are just against you. So, yeah, not good. Not good. To win all 3. Gunner, morning, Matt. Got to get this bullpen rolling consistently. This team can be dangerous. Sean, bearing kids is hard on anybody. God bless them, no doubt. Sean introduced me to the Maddie's Footprints folks. That's a support group for that provides a resource for families who had to do just that, to bury their children. And great organization, by the way. I was asked to MC Maddie's Footprints Gala the last couple of years in Baton Rouge. It's grown immensely, which is awesome. But yes, so y'all, if you want to turn a negative into a positive, y'all can check out Maddie's Footprints and maybe contribute somehow, some way to that organization. Brad David, do you ever feel burned out since you have so many work complications? Brad, the closest I got to that was this past October when we had launched LouisianaSports.net, and we were understaffed, and I was having to really shoulder a very heavy load in addition to everything else that went on with football season and AFR and Locked On and Morning Scone and program director and everything else. So this fall I did, but not usually. I love to work, and I just really, I really do a good job of allocating the time in my day. I sleep plenty at night. Just when I'm up, I'm usually working, and I do a very good job of allocating. I don't waste a lot of time in my day. Chandler, good morning. Went against my religion, wore green yesterday. Seeing my brother go yard at the box was incredible. Go Tigers. So Dane Watts, by the way, shout out Chandler. That's fantastic. Congrats to you and your family and your brother. Yeah. So Dane Watts is so Chandler. Maybe you can answer this question for me then if you talk to your brother after the game. So very clearly, so it was a first pitch fastball, 94, and he hit it into the right field bleachers. So and I talked about it on the post game. I talked about it earlier today. That was a get me over fastball. Schmidt had been pumping 97, and that was a 94, grooved him one. It was just a get me over fastball to go up 0-1 on the count. My guess is Yeski called that pitch. Knowing they had the scouting report, that Watts would probably take till he had a strike. That's my guess of what happened. So Schmidt grooved him one and he crushed it. So good for him, man. The game within the game. Gunner, didn't hear about the Cars. That's terrible. Thoughts and prayers to them all. Thomas, 10 down, 11 tomorrow morning. Getting back to the record of 97. Heard ridiculous. So the original Morning Scone sponsor was Boudreaux's Bloody Mary Mix and Margarita Mix. And if you go back and look at the old, like, original Morning Scone videos, I'd have the bottles on the set. I had a desk that was back there. It wasn't even this corner shot. But anyway, Dale, the quiet days. Indeed, Dale. Indeed. Hey, Mark. Good morning. Mark's fired up for it. Take on Gail Benson retaining Willie Green. I think it's more of a Joe Dumars decision. You're going to hire your GM. You let him make the decision. If he wants to retain the coach, okay. I'd almost rather he hired his own coach, but I'm not super pumped about the Joe Dumars hire anyway. So not a lot of good vibes around the Pels right now. Hey, Quentin, good morning. The Mayo, good morning. Does Parish Construction do any work in Mississippi? Yes, we do. What do you need? Happy to help. Let me know. Hey, Rex, Walter Football Scouting Report in 2014. Derek Carr's weakness, high anxiety. Sees ghosts, gets flustered by the blitz. Nothing changed. No need to patch things up. Dustin, thoughts on the new SC baseball tournament format with the double bye? I'm okay with it. I wish the SEC baseball tournament would go away. I mean, it's great theater. It's just unnecessary. Same with the basketball tournament. Same with the conference championship game in football. That's mind-blowing to some people, but you realize that we didn't always have those things, and we somehow crowned a champion. Oh, I know how we did it. You play 30 regular season baseball games, and whoever has the best record is the conference champion. But it's a revenue generator. It's a way to sell tickets and put it on TV and all that stuff, and that's why. Anyway. So I'm whatever. Hey, Rocky, is Devin Sheeran thrown out? Yes. So that's one of the things Jay Johnson set up the game yesterday. So Devin threw a flat ground. He threw a flat ground pregame last week. I mean, there was video of him throwing. I was out in the open for everybody to see. And then yesterday against Southeastern, after the game, Jay Johnson said that he threw a simulated game. So if they need him and he's sharp, they could use him. We'll see. Justin Collins, good morning. Quinn, thanks for the update and perspective on Greg Brooks. Tough place for family to be. Prayers to them, no doubt. Yeah, if you haven't, I did have talked about Greg Brooks yesterday on AFR, also included in the Locked On episode 2 days ago. But I would encourage you could listen to my thoughts on it. I'm happy to share those. But I would encourage you, to go watch the full interview with the Brookses and with Ryan Clark and make your own decisions. Hey, Dad, good morning. Headed to Brock. All right, Dad, let's go. Dad's got some elbow thing going on. He called me on Sunday. Was it Sunday? He was talking about that? I don't remember what day it was. But little elbow thing. That's the place to go. Brock will take care of you. Miracle, good morning. Concern for the weekend series at College Station. That Ryan Prager handcuffs you and wins game one. And with a lot of talented bats that you don't have enough depth in your pitching staff and you end up maybe blowing a lead behind Ianson or whatever may happen on Sunday game 3. Like I could see a path for A&M, which is win behind Ryan Prager in game 1 and then explode on a bullpen day on LSU in game 3. Like that's a path for A&M. I could also see the path for LSU where your first 2 guys are just as good or better than their first 2 guys, and you could win the first 2 and go into game 3 and let the chips fall where they may. Charlie, Jeff, good morning, y'all. Brant, Mississippi State should get UT's pitching coach. He's been with Vitello for years. It'd be great to weaken Tennessee. Steve, good morning. Not a whole lot to say. Just keep up the great job you do every day. It's much appreciated. Thank you, Steve. Very kind of you, man. Appreciate it. It's very nice to hear the nice things. You know, a lot of times, most of the comments that I get on social media are all the people who have negativity, which whatever. Despite what Derek Carr may think, you're all entitled to an opinion, and that's okay. No worries. But it is nice to hear the nice things. So thank you for that, Steve. I do appreciate it. Hey, Deborah, good morning. Walk-off home run was beautiful. It was. A little walk-off grand slam. Not something you see every day. Thomas, love being Hoover every year. Great complex close to home. I'm there all week. Yeah, Thomas, it's a great event. Don't misunderstand me. Like, it is a great event. It's just unnecessary is the point I'm making. It's a great event. It's fun, all that stuff. But I also understand coaches that don't compromise their postseason chances to try to win in Hoover. I mean, that was something Skip's teams rarely had success in Hoover because he was trying to set up for a 6-team regional and wasn't so much interested in burning through pitchers to get through the SEC tournament. Mark, what one song do you hope Pearl Jam plays Saturday at Jazz Fest? So, Mark, I was thinking about that yesterday. Like you know how I thought about it? It's like if I got to talk to Eddie Vedder before the show and he was like, what song do you want me to play? Just name one, I'll play it. What would it be? Because like I know they're going to play Alive and they're going to play Even Flow and they're going to play Yellow Ledbetter. Like I know they're going to play those. They'll probably play Black, I'm sure. And then you got Jeremy and Daughter, and you got all the big hits. And in a festival like that, you know, where he's going to have either a 90-minute or 2-hour set, whatever it is, like they're just going to roll through hits, you know. But I'm trying to think of the times I've seen them songs I would love to hear them play that I didn't. Better Man is like my favorite song, and I've seen them play that live. I'll tell you, there's 3 that I would. Oh God, there's so many I would love to hear. I would love to hear Porch. I would love to hear Breath. I would love to hear Dissident, Rearview Mirror, Release. I mean, there's a million. Like I'm gonna know every. It's gonna be my favorite. It's my favorite because I'm gonna know every song they play, and it's gonna be awesome. And no matter what they play, it's great. And they can't play everything. I get it, but it's still gonna be awesome. So, Release. I'll say Release. How about that? I need to go back and see. I don't know in all the times that I've seen them live if I've seen them play Release or I think they played Dissident. Hang on. I'm going to find the set list. 2006 Pearl Jam Cleveland set list. Let's see. This was all right. This was the set list that I saw in Cleveland in 2006. God, they played 30 songs, man. Last Kiss, It Makes No Difference, Better Man, Given a Fly, Worldwide Suicide, Life Wasted, Severed Hand, Faithful, Unemployable, Gone, Daughter, MFC, Immortality, Luke, Do the Evolution, Spin the Black Circle, Porch, Wasted, Reprise, Thumb in My Way, Inside Job, Black, Alive, Go, Comatose, You, Don't Give Me No Lips, Smile, Why Go, Blanking Up, and then Ledbetter. So Dissident, Release, Rearview Mirror, any combination of those would be great because I don't think I've seen them play those live. Let me see Pearl Jam. So this was this is the last time I saw them. And they played 23 songs. So You Want to Be a Rock and Roll Star, Luke and Corduroy, In My Tree, Got Some, Given a Fly, Even Flow, Severed Hand, Nothing Man, Down, Unthought known, half full daughter, comatose, supersonic through the evolution. Why go? Tremor Christ, just breathe, better man. With the save it for later tag, fixer, alive, and then kick out the jams. Yeah, so I would go dissident, rearview mirror, release would probably be the ones that I would love to hear. That because I know they're going to play, big hits, but it's 7:45. I gotta go. All right, last one, Matt. What do you make of Brooks Sr. saying Brian Kelly never came once? He said he never called. And that he said, Mon doesn't even know what he sounds like. And then RC pushed back and said, look, man, I was there with Frank Wilson and Brian Kelly. And so he said, let's make this abundantly clear. From October when they left Baton Rouge until now, they haven't heard from Brian Kelly. That's what he said. And then he said he probably came to the hospital 4 times. Yeah, I thought Ryan Clark did a very good job with a very tough situation. That's a very tough interview conversation to have. I thought RC did a great job with it. And I gave some long form thoughts on it already. But my feeling over and over again with Greg Brooks' situation is going to be, I wish the adults would stop having their public feud and everybody would just come together to make sure Greg Brooks gets every bit of resources he needs to be the best version of himself he can be. That's going to be my takeaway pretty much. Okay, y'all, I got to get out of here. All of our sponsors linked in the description on YouTube, tagged on Facebook. Y'all have an awesome day. Locked on LSU is live. My post game from last night and the full episode that published this morning. So check it out, please. Locked on LSU AFR3. We'll